Hey guys, the Will Coca podcast is teamed up with Find the Good. Find the Good is a brand that helps reinforce good habits in both mental health and physical well-being. Use the code WillCoca to receive 10% off your next purchase. And remember, 10% of the profits go to Mental Health America. Welcome, everybody, to another 5-Minute Friday. We made it to Friday, folks. There's been a lot happening lately. I recently just turned 41. I'm a new dad. I'm returning to faith and finding my way back into a church community after years and years away. And for the first time in a long time, I'm actually working on my health. Not just talking about it, but doing it. There's 4 major processes and 4 separate journeys, all happening at the exact same time. Here's the thing nobody tells you about being in the middle of multiple transformations. It is exhausting. Some days I feel like I'm climbing 4 different mountains at once, and I can't see the summit of any of them. As a new dad, there are moments that are pure magic. A first smile, a tiny hand wrapped around your finger. But then there are the tough times, the times where she wakes up at 3 a.m., the times where she won't eat her breakfast, and I think to myself, am I doing this right? Am I present enough? Am I making any mistakes that will mess this kid up forever? Turning 41 hit a little differently than I expected. There's this weird tension between feeling like I'm finally becoming who I'm supposed to be and then feeling like I'm running out of time. Like I should have had it all figured out by now. Well, spoiler alert, I don't. And coming back to faith, man, that's been its own journey. Walking into a church after being away, you feel everyone can see the gap on the years, and it's frightening. You're relearning the language, reconnecting with something that you once knew but somehow forgot, and somehow it's different. And some weekends you feel full, and others you leave wondering if you even belong. The health thing, that might be the hardest, especially being a new dad, because you can't fake that one. Like, your body does not lie to you. The mirror does not lie. The scale does not lie. Every day is a choice, and some days I make the right one. Some days I make the absolute wrong one. Progress isn't linear, though. It's messy. Sometimes it's backwards. It requires showing up even when you don't feel like it. I've had to constantly remind myself to trust the process. But what does trusting the process actually mean when you're in the thick of it? I think it means showing up even when you don't see a result. It means being okay being 41 and starting over at faith, starting over at being a father, starting over at taking care of yourself. It means accepting that some days you'll take 2 steps forward and maybe 1 step back, but it's still progress. It means giving yourself grace. The same grace you'd give a friend who's trying their best, or the same grace you'd want your kid to give themselves when they're learning something new. Trusting the process means understanding that transformation isn't about perfection. It's about direction. Am I moving towards the person I want to be? Am I showing up for what matters, even if it's messy, even if it's slow, and even if nobody's watching? Here's the beautiful thing about being in multiple processes at once. They all inform each other. The patience I'm learning as a new dad helps me with the patience I need for my health journey. And the discipline I'm building with exercise strengthens my discipline to show up for my faith community. And starting over in a church community reminds me that it's okay to not have all the answers as a parent. It truly takes a village. It's all connected. And maybe that's the point. Maybe the process isn't about arriving. Maybe it's about becoming. I'll leave you with this quote from Aristotle that's been on my mind. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Thanks for listening, folks. That's been another 5-Minute Friday.